What is the big difference in a manufactured home and a modular home? Why does it matter? Lenders out there, I know you have felt this pain where you have somebody under contract, you've locked their interest rate, they believe they're buying a modular or a stick built home, only to find out it's actually a manufactured home. Yeah, this happens in our world, especially where I'm at pretty regularly. The reality is, in my market especially, and in some of the other rural markets around the country, manufactured homes are absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes they're on a basement foundation. They look and feel just like a modular or even a stick built house. But there are a couple of big differences. The last one is the biggest difference, and it is a no brainer. If you've got this, it is a manufactured home. First, let's talk about why it's important and why lenders cringe when we find out that it is a manufactured home after pricing it and locking it and getting it underwritten as not a manufactured home. Pricing changes. So if I've locked a home and it's a single family residence or a modular home, that pricing is slightly better, sometimes a lot better than the manufactured home pricing for the same house. That's because, historically speaking, manufactured homes have a higher foreclosure rate. So when risk is greater, interest rates are greater. So it's very important that we know if it is going to be a manufactured home right up front. So let's talk about the dead giveaway. How do you know if it's a manufactured home? The easiest way is to find the HUD certificate or the HUD plate. Both of these things should be affixed to the home, and they're typically in a cabinet somewhere is where your HUD plate's going to be, and then the HUD certificate's going to be somewhere on the outside. It's like a metal certificate number. Those things would tell you for sure. If you've got one of those and there's a VIN number associated with that home, it is going to be a manufactured home. Even if it has been converted to real estate, it is still a manufactured home. So when an appraiser goes out to do the appraisal on that home, they're going to be looking at different things. They're going to be looking for that HUD plate and that HUD certificate. They're also going to be making sure that it meets the minimum property standards for the manufactured homes for your Fannie, your FHA, all of those loans. Also, most of your manufactured homes have to have something called a foundation certificate. This is just another level of inspection that is needed for your loan if you're buying a manufactured home. The foundation certificate is not something you would need on a modular or a stick built home, but it is needed on most of your manufactured home lending. So there's a lot of big differences, but one key way of knowing if it is a manufactured home, and that is look for the VIN number. One other way that's not quite as surefire, but it's also a good way of looking, is to go to the PVA and see how it is listed in the PVA. If it's a manufactured home, most of the time, your PVA will actually show that it is a manufactured home. One more thing that really matters when it comes to manufactured is your homeowner's insurance. Many times, the homeowner's insurance policies on those manufactured homes, especially if they're a little bit dated, 10, 15 years old, is quite a bit more expensive than what it would be on a modular or a stick built house. So, if you are buying a manufactured home, it's good to know up front. And two, it's good to go ahead and get those insurance quotes quickly so you know what you're working with. Now, remember, if you're a real estate professional and you want to create this content on your own for your sphere in your own voice, please do that. That is what Recharging with Champions is for. It is to give real estate professionals this advice so that they can go out and share it on their sphere. Because I would love for all of the realtors out there to make sure that they're looking for the manufactured homes before I go and lock the interest rate. However, if you would like this, make sure you go over to the content calendar. This will be an option in your June content calendar. So go into your June content calendar, select the manufactured versus modular home option. You will get a script, you will get this video, and you'll get a couple of tips for when you're making your video. Don't forget to go check out the new content calendar on rechargingwithchampions.com. And in the month of June, this is the final month that rechargingwithchampions.com's member area is free for life for anybody that registers with the code word legacy. Now, you must register with the code word legacy. That will give you the absolute full members area for free for life. Instead of putting in a credit card, right below the credit card option, it has the code and just put that in there. I'm trying to improve this website every single month. So jump in, check out the new content calendar, and let me know what you think.